Hi everyone, this is therapist Wamwene here, and I just want to share a word or two with us today. And I have dealt with so many people, so many clients today that have got this particular issue that I want to discuss here and now. And this is the issue of fear. Fear. You know, when you fear traumatizes you. Fear condemns you to loneliness. Fear condemns you to self-judgment. You start judging yourself. You start feeling like you're not doing things right. Fear condemns you to self-hate. You begin hating yourself and you begin feeling like you are a failure because of fear. And fear can either emanate from inward or outward. It could be that you're fearing something because there's something you did to yourself. For example, you have indulged in crime, or you have taken drug and substances, and you're fearing they may impede on your mental health. They may affect your mental health. The external fear is the fear of what people think about you, what people say about you. You know, what are they thinking? Are they thinking I'm not good enough? Are they thinking that I am minifala, using the language of nowadays? Minifala. Siwezi nikafanya chochote. I'm here to discuss fear with us and to ask you, what is this that you do anytime you become fearful? And psychology has taught, although any teaching keeps on evolving, but the current one tells us mostly the brain will react in 4 different ways. Number 1, it may react in fight. You throw your fists so hard, you fight people. And sometimes you even fight yourself. You even fight yourself because of the fear. I fear what they will say. I fear they will hate me. I fear they will not like me. I fear they will do this and that to me. And you beat yourself so hard. You beat yourself so hard. Why do we have a lot of domestic violence? It is because maybe that spouse is fearful that their self-esteem will crash. That spouse is fearful that this person may leave me. And if they leave me, I'm not sure I will get another. Fear of being abandoned. Fear of being hated, Why are relationships wrecking? Fear of the unknown, Fear of uncertainty. Fear of being judged. All those types of fears. So you fight so hard. Some people have fought and they have even killed their own children. Fighting because of fear of being ashamed. What will the world say now that you have started behaving like this? And they beat them so hard because they fear that the world will ashame them, will judge them, will deem them as not competent parents, and so they kill them. Fight. Number 2, flight, running away, taking cover, disappearing. And remember, I do not say that fighting is always bad. I mean, if you encountered an animal, will you stand there and say, oh, even if I fear, I must not fight? No. If you encountered some danger and sometimes you need to fight, you find yourself fighting back. Flight is running away. When you are in flight and you take off, that does not necessarily mean it is worst, but in some situations, you are not supposed to flee, you are supposed to face your fears. Flight is avoidance. And one of the symptoms of trauma is avoidance. You are avoiding the problems in your life instead of facing them. Instead of facing the reality, you avoid, you run away. You try to run, but the issue is still in you. Is it about low self-esteem? Run as fast as you can. The low self-esteem is still with you. Is it about being jealous? Disappear the more you can. That is still in you. Is it a behavioral issue? Try to run away. Flight. It will still remain with you. So that is not the solution. Then the number 3 is freeze. Freeze mostly happens when you're so fearful. Maybe you fear death. There is loss and grief. There's something that has really shocked you. You are so frightened. Maybe you have been raped and you can't even be able to talk about it. You become numb. Your brain is thinking nothing. There's nothing going on. You freeze. You remain in denial. That is still not the solution. Then the 4th way is phoning. Phoning. When you phone, it means you're trying to become a people pleaser. Akiwacha tu nifanye kenye wamesema. You're living with a husband who is so abusive. Akiwacha tu nimualao. Because now me, I don't know what I will do. You're living with a husband who is a gaslighter. He comes, or a wife who is a gaslighter. She comes and tells you, oh, you know, you're the reason I went out with other men. And you're like, Aki sole, pole, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I'm the one who is wrong. You know, you own mistakes that do not even belong to you. Phoning. It is very, very necessary that you realize how your brain behaves when you fear, so that you can be able to deal with it. Otherwise, if you don't deal with it, if you do not deal with it, it is going to destroy you. It is going to wreck you. It is going to bring you down. The only solution to fear is dealing with it. Take it by the horns. Face it. Uiangalie na uiambie, mimi sitatoroka, sitapotea. I'm going to deal with you and to handle you. Kindly, my dear ones, just allow yourself to face your fears instead of fighting, instead of fleeing, instead of freezing, instead of phoning. Face your fears. It shall be well. Therapist Wamwene here. Subscribe, like, follow, and even share. You may save a life in your lifetime. Thank you and God bless you.